my friends? It's your buddy Tack. Today we're going to talk about the coronavirus. Now, do I think this is serious? I'm not sure. I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, it's just like a cold and blah, blah, blah. And they could be right about that. I'm not sure. Am I prepared? Yeah, pretty much. You guys know me. I've been doing this stuff for decades. So this is no big deal to me. Let me show you a couple of the preps. Now, I'm not going to show you all the food and stuff. We have some of those container survival frickin' food, whatever, that's sealed for 25 years. We got about 2 months of that, and we have more than a month of just regular food in the freezer and stuff. So we have a couple months of food. So we're definitely good with food. What about water? Now, of all things, water is the one thing I don't worry about. Now, first, I do have some water. I don't know. See it down there behind Godzilla. I think he was from like 1978, that Godzilla. Mom got me that for Christmas. But there's 4 jugs, and each one of them are 6 gallons. It's all purified, ready to go. Now, one thing I can't survive without is a little Brutus. There he goes. Broody, what are you doing? Daddy loves you. Say hi to you. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Yeah, you gotta have your Broody, for backup. He's backing me up. More water. See that tank? That's an 80-gallon frickin' reserve tank. Now, the lady that lived here before said she didn't want to run out of water, so she put that frickin' monster in. So you could just drain that forever. Now, it's still heating season. We'll skip off of water for a second. I do want to show you more water, though. But for heating season, I do got my pellet stove over there. You can hear it running. We got about just over a month's worth of pellets, so that'll get us out of the cold season. Little pellet stove over there. Got that. We finally got a generator last year, because I've never had one and I always wanted one. Boom! We got this freaking monster. That's a 7,000 whatever. I mean, it's way too big for this house. We were turning on everything, and there's a little meter on the side, and there's like 5 lights, and it shows you how much you're using. I barely got it off one light with like everything going. Chainsaws, gotta have chainsaws. No, I'm just kidding, but check them out. I got a new one. That's a 462 RCM, super badass. I got a couple over here too, but yeah, that's not survival stuff, but I just wanted to show you that real quick. Now, when it comes to medical stuff, we have lots of alcohol, antiseptic, all that stuff. I have tons of freaking pills, like for my high blood pressure and stuff, so I got more than enough of that. I get 3 months script, so we're just trying to make it these couple months, right? Now, firewood, that's all I got for the rest of this year, and that's more than enough. And I already started, I did this last year. That's about another 2 cords. So, for heat, I should be totally set. I ain't got to worry. We even started cutting some more. And then down there you see a big tree. I just cut that up today. So heat, no problem. Food, should have enough. Couple months should be good. I would like some more, like long-term storage. That would be smart. One thing I do think I'm lacking, though, is gas. That's one thing I don't have a stockpile of, which I wish I did. And, I do have some, but because I got enough for back. The generator's full. I got a whole nother 5-gallon can, actually 2 of them, and then a couple small ones, but I wish I had more of that. Now, earlier when I said water, this is the one thing I'm not running out. I ain't running out. Now, I have my own well. I don't know, it's probably over 100 feet deep. I'm not exactly sure. So even if that 24 gallons runs out, that 80-gallon container runs out, I have something that won't run out. And it's hidden behind the old sugar shack. Now, this is frost-free as well, so you could use this right now. Got my own water pump. That's what I'm talking about. The lady did a lot of farming crap on this land. Whoa, don't fall out in the ice. And she put that in, and that's frost-free, and that hooks right up to the well. So all you got to do is put your hand over it to do the suction, give it a couple pumps, and it just frickin' starts. So I have unlimited water. And if God forbid somehow that's not going to run dry. But whatever. Got a pond down there. And you could use that ice on top. At least in the winter, you could use that ice, break it up to keep your food cold. You know, you could do that too. On the other side of the house, there is a small stream. So, like, water is the one thing I am not running out of. I don't even know why I have those 4 jugs in the house. Whatever. That can just be for drinking, but that frost-free water right there, that is drinking water. So you can drink that right out of the mofo. And when springtime hits, stuff's still bad. I got 4 apple trees right here. 2 peach trees right there. We got our big ass garden down the hill that Miss Tack does. So there's some food, you know, some fruits, some vegetables. And down here, right past that log or tree I just cut, I don't know if you see little buckets everywhere. Buckets, 5-gallon buckets. They're all sprawled out through here. That's all gonna be for the tactical maple syrup. That's right, it's happening. That's what the sugar shack is for, so I can do my maple syrup. I know that's not a huge sustenance or whatever the word is, but it's something. It's just something to add to your quality of life, some comfort stuff. I don't know if you can hear that, but the geese are coming back. Camera's probably not picking it up, but here comes the Canadian geese. So there's most of the stuff. So food, water, medical, heat. Like I said, in springtime, stuff will start growing. So we should be good. Tack, what about weapons and ammo? You know you ain't got to ask about that. That's one thing. Don't even worry about that. We're good on that one. So supplies, I'm pretty good. Same thing with personal protection. Bulletproof vests. I got one for me and Miss Tack. You know, we got all our gear and stuff, no problem. Weapons, no problem. Like I said, I do want more fuel. More, you know, long-term storage food. That would be cool. But that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I don't think I have enough of. I'll have enough to make it through this, I hope. But that's the only thing that I think I'm kind of lacking. So in the end, do I think you should prep for this? Should you worry? Well, it's a little late to start prepping now. You know, get what you can. Oh, TP. TP's the big thing, which is totally retarded. We've all seen the battles over TP, right? I got enough TP. And even if we all run out of TP, what'd they do back in the Old West? It's not the most pleasant thing, but what'd they do? In the outhouses, there was multiple rags hanging up, one per family member. And you were in charge to wash that after you wiped your butt with it, clean it, and reuse it. Yeah, it's nasty, but see, that's the thing. A lot of people are wigging out, but you got to look to the old timers way back in the day. How'd they survive without electricity and cell phones and this and that? They did it. You just got to look back to them and see what they did, and it'll work for you too. It might not be the most pleasant thing, but it works. Do I have masks? Not this kind, the medical kind. Yeah, of course. I got some of them too, you know. Now, am I like super freaking out? Am I a germaphobe? Now, let me rephrase that. I've always thought of humans as dirty. I would rather roll around in a pile of dirt than hang out with a bunch of friggin' humans. Well, I'm antisocial too, but I've always thought humans were dirty. Not all of them, you know, like a lot of us, we're clean. But a lot of the other ones, they are dirty, man. When I walk down a hall and somebody walks past me, if they look dirty or nasty, I don't even breathe because I don't want to catch their waftage. You know, that little breeze? I don't even want to inhale their waftage. That's nasty. And I always wash my hands constantly. That's why my hands are so dried out, because I'm always washing my hands because I think people are dirty. Do I wash my hands more? Yeah. Do I use all that weird sanitizer? Now, I never believed in that crap. I've always just washed my hands. I believe in old school. But when there's times where you can't wash your hands, yeah, I've been using it. Miss Tack gave me a little thing of whatever that stuff is you put on your hand, antibacterial, whatever. alcohol stuff. It's in my truck. Yeah, I've done my steering wheel a couple times. Because I don't want to bring their cooties into my house. So I clean stuff off, and, it's not really a bad thing. Now, I went shopping the other day, me and Miss Tack. This was this weekend when this is starting to happen. I see all the YouTube videos, whatever. And the one thing is, a lot of these survival channels are really eating off of this. They're loving this. This seems like it's like they're getting zillions of views, and that's what they're all about. So they're really eating this up. And they actually started making me a little paranoid. I'm like, oh, what the hell? So I go out shopping with Miss Tack, and then I see all the humans, how they're acting. They're all freaking out. The lines are 12 miles long. I'm like, man, you guys are like fucking bugging me the hell out. I got to get the hell out of here. I told Miss Tack, I said, hurry up. Or the one store, I was like, I'll wait for you out in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even messing around. So do I think it's going to get worse? Yeah, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Obviously, that's how it always works, right? We're over 100 years due for a good plague. And maybe it'll wipe out some of the enemy. We'll have to see. Hopefully it doesn't get none of you guys, my people. Do I think you guys should hunker down and hide in your house? If you can, why the hell not? Hey, it's almost like a mini vacation. Now, I am worried about some of you might lose jobs and stuff, which that's terrible. I'd hate to see somebody lose their house and everything because, work closed. Even my work, and that's like a government building, and they're kind of shutting down, and we're going to start... People aren't going to be working as much. I'm kind of lucky in my position. I'll still have work, but it depends on for how long. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of scary in a way when it comes to that. Now, if you can't pay for your house and it's hitting the fan, it's the end of the world, I don't think anybody's going to come and take it from you, right? Because there's going to be a lot worse shit going on than that. So I don't think the mortgage will be like, hey, you better pay your bills. Well, fucking come kick me out. You know what I'm saying? Blah! No, I'm just kidding. If this thing lasts for a long time, then I could envision marauders or something like that. And, you can be the best prepped guy with the best defenses. But if it's just you and your family, and there's a group of guys that are actually skilled, they're going to take whatever they want. You can fight tooth and nail, you can kill as many as you can. But if there's some frickin' Army Ranger... friggin' motherfuckers, group of them, and they want your stuff, and they come in, boom, boom, boom. They're going to get you eventually. You only can take so many of them out. And then it is what it is, right? But my only advice to you guys is, if you can stay home, do it. If you can work and not be around a lot of people, that's cool too. Just try to use your head. Don't stick your fingers in your eyes or your mouth, or after you're touching grody stuff. I never do anyways. I'll actually use the inside of my shirt to wipe out my eye or something, if I'm in public. If I'm home, no. But if I'm around a bunch of them, then yeah. So just use common sense, limit your exposure, don't get too close to people, and we should be good. We'll get through this, one way or another. Even if there's only a handful of us left, some of us will get through it, right? So that's just my thoughts on the old coronavirus. Hey, what are you going to do? Just try to be smart, and if it gets you, it gets you. If it's your time, it's your time. And that's the one thing about death is everybody gets a chance at it. Nobody's getting away from it. We're all getting it. We're just trying to live as long as we can, right? With that said, I hope everybody's doing good out there. And until the next time we meet.